Howdy, y'all. Dr. Big Ed here for another session with you. What am I going to talk about today? I'm going to talk about my indispensable pedals. Yep, we're there. We're gone. We are definitely gone. But, so what are they? My indispensable pedals. Not in any particular order, but you heard me talk about the Polydigit recently. I think that's a pretty good, solid buy. I mean, for $400, you get a ton of excellent effects that you can control, that you can design, that you can program, that you can chain. You can do whatever you want. It's, I don't know how many pedals in one, but there's a lot of stuff in there. So that's one of my indispensable pedals, the Polydigit. Number two is, yep, I'm gonna say this, controversial, but it's my favorite pedal of all time. What? Ed's got a favorite pedal of all time? Yeah. You know what it is? Love it or hate it. Love them or hate them. The Eventide H9. Why? Because it's freaking amazing. You can program the living crap out of that thing. And I love to program my sounds. I don't want to be tied to somebody else's sounds. I want to decide what I want. You can do whatever you want with that thing. And if you mac it a max, I mean, the only thing you could say about it that would be negative is that you can only do one effect at a time. But, you know, I've got that Barn 3 Aux 9 switcher. So, you know, once you have that switcher, you're going between presets up and down, no problems. You can make preset lists. I've got dozens and dozens of preset lists for specific purposes that you can do even through Bluetooth on the fly at a gig or a session. They all sound amazing. I've never been able to get a less than inspiring sound from the Eventide H9. So there. Might be number one of all time. Probably is. I love Red Panda pedals. I'm currently like googly over the Context 2 reverb. I think it's flippin' fantastic. I am so picky about reverb, as you know from a previous episode. All right, gotta take my lithium. But the Context 2, it's amazing. You can really get deep in it and program it. Unbelievable. I mean, next to the Dr. Scientist Atmosphere, it's my favorite programmable, tweaky, standalone reverb pedal. It's great. And having that second preset, so like I don't even have a tremolo on my board anymore because the second preset is tremolo verb. So I just hit that, boom, and I got tremolo, and then boom, go back to the other reverb. I mean, come on. And the tensor, and I mean, they just make so many amazing. I've got the Particle 2, it's insane. All programmable, all have presets. They even have an app now. You know I love my apps. I'm like a child, but I love it. So Red Panda, Context 2, Tensor, love it. Okay, I'm Norwegian, so we must mention Pladask Elektrisk. I think I have 4 or 5 of them. I've got the Fabricat, I've got the Drum, I've got the knife, the back from, the blah, blah, I got stuff. And they're all inspiring, they're all awesome. I don't even think we have to go further into that because we all know why they're awesome. They just work, they sound great on guitar, they sound great on synth, they're just great. Pladask. My boy David Rollo, every freaking thing Mr. David Rollo Drollo. You know I love you, Dave. Everything that David makes is absolutely the pinnacle of inspiring. That guy has got the best tremolo, The Twin Peaks V5 tremolo is just like amazing tremolo. I mean, he even did, what's the number one selling pedal from, come on, what's the number one selling pedal from Chase Bliss? Yeah, the Mood that he had a part in. Like, I remember when the Mood came out, a lot of people were like, who's going to buy this? Oh, that's just a weird pedal for them. It's their number one selling pedal. And David Rollo was part of it. The Molecular Compactor, the Molecular Disruptor, the Stammen, speaking of Norwegian, right? From my buddy Kent, Ugly Casanova. I mean, so Drollo, I mean, oh my God, almost forgot to mention his giant hogweed fuzz distortion octave pedal, the best, unequivocally low octave fuzz distortion, the most accurate, the best tracking, the best sounding. The giant freaking hogweed is just like ridiculous. It's completely like off the charts. So my love to you, Dave. Drollo makes great stuff. And let's see, what else? You know, this is going to be like, I won't get mocked for this because people who know. But those Zoom pedals, I've mentioned them before, the MS-50G and the MS-70 CDR for under $100. Again, programmable, make your sounds exactly the way you want to. I just love those flipping things. So let's see, what else? That's about it, I think, for now. Those are like the top of my list that you must have. There's some other cool stuff. You know, believe it or not, I'm a big fan of Line 6, like a huge fan. I'm a fan of Moore, who makes those little mini pedals, and I'm about to try their multi-effect Helix type board, right? But I don't write those people off. Line 6 is amazing. The people who work there are amazing. They're on it. They take care of their customers. They update their firmware. They make innovations. I mean, what's not to love? And guess what? It sounds good. You got to take your time to play with this stuff. I'm sure it'll be the same with the more multi-effect thing, but I love their mini pedals. They are what they are. They're mini pedals, but they're really cool. So that's the report of the day. Thanks for watching. If I missed anything, I'll write them below. You tell me, what are your indispensable pedals, like the ones you cannot live without? Oh, one more that I just thought of, and it's easy to overlook indispensable. So I went into fuzzes last time, but there is a compressor. People are always asking me about compressors. The Avnifex Smoothie. That compressor is indispensable. It's ridiculous. Find it. It's not too expensive. It's the best sounding compressor. You won't even know it's there, and it'll make your sound better. All right? Okay, tell me what you love.